I got a big headache. Better to feel something than nothing, old buddy.
It's a touching reunion, guys, but we need to get out of here now!
Episode 3 of Clone Wars Season 7 continues the story of the Bad Batch, but it might also be setting them up to play a huge role in the series finale. What did you think of the episode? Tell me in the comments, but first, let's talk about all the Easter eggs, references, and connections to the greater Star Wars universe. First, let's talk about Echo. I love the design of him. It's ghoulish and horrifying and gives Anakin a glimpse of what his fate will be as Darth Vader. Now, like Vader, his injuries were so bad he's been given artificial limbs, like robot legs. Although I'm not sure why you give your prisoner robot legs. I think you'd want him to move as little as possible. Anyways, notice the plugs all over his body. Now, these were designed to mimic the plugs that humans have in the Matrix, and the bolts on his neck are made to mimic Frankenstein's monster, showing that he's become this hybrid of man and machine. And seeing all this, it makes me think, did the Techno-Union design the technology that created Darth Vader? Here you can see the Techno-Union's prototype for an organic decimator. The original animatic included a scene where they demonstrated this droid destroying organic matter. I guess that was too brutal for Disney+. And the animatic also explained why the Techno-Union stayed somewhat neutral in the war.
Now, honor the neutrality your Senate provided us, and surrender at once.
They wanted to sell their tech to the highest bidder. So it could be that they sold their cybernetic tech to the Republic, hence the creation of Darth Vader. As we see here,
the Techno-Union has corporate neutrality.
The Techno-Union worked with the Separatists, but they never officially joined them. They were war profiteers taking advantage of the conflict. Now, the Separatists' official name was the Confederacy of Independent Systems, and a confederacy means that several groups have agreed to work together as independent factions, not to form a large new group. The United States' first constitution was actually called the Articles of Confederation, and under it, the states all acted autonomously. So this tells us a lot about how the politics of the Separatists work. I like the other details about the Techno-Union. When they're not on their home planet of Skako, they need these pressure suits to survive. But, as you can see, they still wear the suits even on their home planet, showing how reliant they are on technology. And they travel on wheels a lot like Job. Hunter kills droids with a vibroblade, which is what we saw Jyn Darn and Pre Vizsla use in The Mandalorian. This hatch opens exactly like the Millennium Falcon's top hatch. Anakin's using a Jedi communicator that we first saw in The Phantom Menace. And, fun fact, this prop was designed by modifying a Gillette women's razor.
The locals attacked us. I recorded the creature's distress call.
When Tech searches for the sound to call the Kiradax, his goggles scroll through a long list of Star Wars creatures and aliens. They are the Bonzami, the Nexu, Toydarian, Mel Boga, Peko Peko, the Purgil, Nibre, and Wampas. And then we get the big surprise that now the droids can fly.
They fly now?
So then the heroes recruit the planet's native population to fight off the invading enemy. Now this same plot device has been used numerous times in Star Wars, but we first saw it in Return of the Jedi. These are D-Wing air support droids who are very useful for flying above a planet like Skako Minor that's prone to sandstorms. Also, since the natives fly around, this would help the Techno-Union to watch over these tribes if it needs to pursue them. These tripod tanks are an awesome throwback to H.G. Wells' War of the Worlds aliens. These are actually Octopara Magna Tri-droids, and they first appeared in Revenge of the Sith. And Anakin is a badass. He pulls a Legolas and takes down a walker all by himself.
That still only counts as one!
It's a little dumb that they can be killed by shooting the big red dot like an NES game. But Anakin learned years ago that this is how you shut down a droid.
Hit the nose!
The episode ends on kind of a haunting note.
Just sorry it took so long. Hopefully it's gonna be just like old times. Yeah, just like old times.
Echo doesn't seem to be happy to rejoining the war. I think you're going to see more of this attitude throughout the season. The idea that war is destroying everything, there can't be a victory, and everything good in the universe is being destroyed. After all, this is supposed to be setting up Revenge of the Sith, the darkest Star Wars movie.
Master Skywalker, there are too many of them. What are we going to do?
I also think this isn't the last we'll see of the Bad Batch. From the trailer, we know that Rex will be on Mandalore with Ahsoka, probably when Order 66 happens. Now remember, the clones turned on the Jedi because of a control chip in their heads, and Rex had his removed, as we learned in Rebels.
Wolf, Gregor, and I all removed our control chips.
So we can reason that Rex helps Ahsoka escape Order 66, but maybe the Bad Batch will help. Since they're rejects, it makes sense that they wouldn't have this control chip or that it wouldn't function with their busted DNA. This would also be a great way to connect the end of the series with its first arc. What did you think of the episode? Tell me in the comments. And if it's your first time here, please subscribe. For ScreenCrush, I'm Ryan Airy.